he's going to be a long-time contributor for the Lions, maybe even a little bit more than we thought he would be at the slot receiver position. So I think they've probably got a couple of and St. Brown and a couple of defensive linemen there that the jury's a little bit out on. And then even more so, Derek Barnes and Melifonwu, the other, top 4-round picks. Those are guys that really need to show a lot 2022 because we just haven't seen enough of those guys to say with any certainty that they're going to be good players in the NFL.
And just real quick, he's now signed through next year, is that correct?
Yeah. So, now look, they would have, even if they didn't sign him, exclusive rights free agent, they would have been able to bring him back for, nothing. So that's, it was just a matter of paperwork with that one.
Gotcha. All right. Dave Birkett, Detroit Free Press, Lions Insider. We appreciate your time as always. Have a great holiday.
You guys too. We'll see you again.
There he is, Dave Birkett. You're on 97.1.
Starting route to 31650 Davie Street.
Right now,
head north on Pierce Street. Then turn right onto West 14 Mile Road.
So we're just going to take text during the commercial break. We have to do this because we have a tie. Let's tallying up these votes. We have a tie. It's out the voting. Get your votes in at 248-539-9797. If you haven't voted
In
yet.
3/4 of a mile, turn right onto Woodward Avenue.
The names that are leading the way, I'll just tell you who's in the running. Kenneth Walker, A.J. Hinch, Mike McDonald, Mo Sider, Lucas Raymond, Akil Badu. So get your votes in. We will announce after the commercial break who won the Detroit Sports Newcomer of the Year. But only vote if you have voted. 248-539-9797. Hey, this holiday season, deck your driveway with a new Ford from Jack Demmer Ford. Demmer's heating up the offers to make your car and truck buying the best yet. Come and discover what the Demmer difference can mean to you and your pocketbook this holiday season.
Go past this
Time is right and the vehicles are ready to work. This month, AZ Plan customers can lease the 2022 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $369 a month for 24 months with $2,509 due at signing and no security deposit. The offer ends January 3rd, 2022. So stop in and see our friend, General Sales Manager Bob Faust, or visit him online at jdemmerford.com and learn more about their great holiday deals. This holiday season, experience the Demmer difference and see why Jack Demmer truly is Western Wayne County's Ford dealer. And don't forget to ask about this month's special offer on the Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months. This holiday, deck your driveway with a new Ford from Jack Demmer Ford on Michigan Avenue, a mile and a half east of I-275 in Wayne, just 15 minutes from everywhere.
The Wine Garden St. Clair Shores is your destination for everything from single barrel bourbon to fine wine and cigars. On Harbor south of 9.
Come see me, Vic Tony.
The Wine Garden.
This is Andrew Rogish with an Odyssey Sportsman and sponsored by AutoZone. Get the zone, AutoZone. This one hurts. The NHL is not sending players to the Olympics in Finland because of COVID. They'll use the 3 weeks instead to make up games. We didn't have NHLers in the last Olympics, and this returns big news. It's gone. And I really feel for those who may be missing their last best chance at fulfilling their Olympic dreams. I'm Andrew Rogish.
Get inside AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Ready for an oil change? We can help get the right protection at the right price. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Daily Protection or Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil with an STP oil filter for just $28.99. Visit one of our 6,000 stores or order from AutoZone.com for same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Restrictions apply.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Wonderful. Barstool Sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel is open, and the Barstool Sportsbook app is live. Greektown and Barstool are your ticket to all the action and real-time odds with 40 24-hour betting kiosks, a live walk-up window, and now the Barstool Sportsbook app. Placing your bets at the casino or at home has never been easier. Get in on all the action and earn My Choice rewards with every bet. It's all here at the Barstool Sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel and the Barstool Sportsbook app. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Mercy Health Plus St. Joe's. Find access. A health system spanning 8 hospitals plus 327 healthcare facilities across Michigan, caring for more than a century.
Make a U-turn,
Find
then
innovation,
turn right
expert
onto West
doctors,
13
state-of-the-art
Mile Road.
technology, modern facilities, plus unparalleled compassion. From West Michigan to Metro Detroit, for every stage of healthcare across every corner of the communities we serve. As members of Trinity Health, find power in the plus.
Your daily dose of wagertainment, data, and sports talk. BetQL Daily. Weekday mornings 9 till noon on the Bet 1270 and the Odyssey app.
At the light, turn right onto West 13 Mile Road.
I got some interesting news. Just tweeted out of Georgia. Graham Coffey is a Georgia writer for @Dog Sports, and tweets
In
breaking: George
7.5
Pickens
miles,
is a Georgia
make a
wide
U-turn on
receiver.
Eckstein Street.
George Pickens tested negative for COVID-19 today after receiving a positive test yesterday. The initial test was triggered by close contact protocols after JT Daniels tested positive. Pickens has no symptoms at this time and will continue to be tested. More to come. So that's some potential good news. Definitely some potential good news after, fear of the way this may end up here with the college football playoff 9 days away. And not to be dismissed at all, the health and well-being of the individual. I mean, right? Odds are he's going to be fine, but certainly we don't wish any ill will on anyone. All right, here we go. Final round of votes for Detroit Sports Newcomer of the Year. Unnamed texter has to be Lucas Raymond. Unnamed texter Canine All Day. Unnamed texter Akil Badu. Unnamed texter Lucas Raymond. Kenneth Walker. That's from another unnamed texter. Newcomer Badu. Unnamed texter. Newcomer of the Year should be Lucas Raymond. Lucas Raymond, AJ Hinch, Kenneth Walker. I'm just reading these off as they're coming in. Walker all the way. Walker comes in, does his thing, leaves as a pro. Newcomer of the Year, I'm picking a guy that I hope is around for most of a decade. My vote goes to Badu. That's from Truck. Has to be Kenneth Walker. Took MSU from a 4-win team to a New Year's 6 game and won Player of the Year. Kyle in Dearborn Heights, 100% Mo Sider. He's been a breath of fresh air for our Red Wings this season. It's got to be Mike McDonald. He's a big part of this team making the playoff. AJ Hinch is from Don in Westland. Really shocked not to hear Cade Cunningham is on that list. I think he's proven already he's going to be a superstar and a leader in the league. He's got votes, just trailing. Jimmy Livonia says Akil Badu. Newcomer of the Year, AJ Hinch. He's from an unnamed texter, and that's going to close the voting. So, with that being said, we have a result. I will do these in tied for 5th. Check that. Tied for 5th. Yeah, tied for 5th. Michigan defensive coordinator Mike McDonald and Detroit Tiger Akil Badu. In 4th, Detroit Red Wing rookie defenseman Mo Sider. In 3rd, Detroit Red Wing rookie forward Lucas Raymond. In 2nd, Detroit Tiger manager AJ Hinch. And the Detroit Sports Newcomer of the Year goes to Kenneth Walker III. So there you go. Thanks for all your votes. Kenneth Walker.
And some people were complaining that because Kenneth Walker is not going to be here next year, that he shouldn't be. But we really left the Newcomer of the Year criteria open-ended. Like, what was your criteria? What was my criteria? It was a little different. For me, it was almost like Rookie of the Year. To me, it didn't matter what he's going to do here beyond this year as a newcomer and the bar that was set for him. We mentioned a lot of guys, you read a lot of the votes. Most of those people were first-round picks. Most of those athletes were expected to, one point and do something. Kenneth Walker, I'm not sure what his expectation level was. I don't think it was player of the year.
Wasn't.
So for me, that he made the biggest difference coming out of nowhere, seating that bar, and that's why Kenneth Walker had my vote. But I could see other people why they voted for Lucas Raymond or AJ Hinch.
It's funny because Kenneth Walker, I said this earlier in the show, I'd like to go back and sort of replay the show the day he announced. Because I'm going to guess, I mean, we don't spend a ton of time talking recruiting on this program or transfer portal news. I'm going to guess we spent 3 or 4 minutes on it. And I'm going to guess that the social media reaction to it was there. But in retrospect, this turned out to be huge news. And you know what it reminded me of? Reminded me a little bit of when we get press releases from the team, like you open up your email and the Detroit Tigers have signed so-and-so to a minor league contract. We got one of those one day for JD Martinez, right? And where we were like, okay. And, you know, it was, I'm not even sure we read the JD Martinez signing on the air when it happened, to be honest with you. Like, if you sign a big-time free agent, it's discussed. It becomes a topic of a show. But if it's a minor move, we generally don't talk about it. And I got to tell you, the Kenneth Walker news, I think it's kind of like the JD Martinez news. It might have got a mention and a little bit of discussion. But in retrospect, that news was huge.
Yeah.
We just didn't know.
Exactly. And like I said, if your criteria is, hey, what are they going to do here long term as well, then that's your criteria. I got no beef with it. You know?
Yeah, and because we didn't set out a criteria.
No.
We're not going to follow it. It's not that important. However you want to determine what the newcomer of the year is or why you vote for somebody, it's completely up to you. And look, if you're a fan of a team, I don't blame you for voting for your guy. If your favorite sport to watch is the NHL, and your favorite team is the Red Wings, and you voted for Lucas Raymond or Mo Sider, and you don't care about the Pistons, you don't care about Michigan football, or if you're a Michigan fan and you love Mike McDonald, go for it, right? It doesn't really matter. But hey, Kenneth Walker got the vote, and he is named our Detroit Sports Newcomer of the Year, the Carson Anderson Post. So Rico just made his way in studio, and having a seat here. So how you doing, sir?
You play one shining moment.
It was a fun topic because for the first time in a long time, we actually had some serious debate. We had 6 guys get double-digit votes on it. So,
Doug, it was, and please don't take offense to this. This is probably the most I've listened to your show because I was running errands all day long, all morning long.
Not offended at all.
So I was just like, yeah, it's actually, yeah, okay. And I'm playing along with it like I'm just listener out there.
Who would you vote for?
For newcomer of the year, I probably would have said the same thing with people, you know, what they said. But I'm like, dude, he took a team that was left for dead. I probably would have put AJ Hinch in there as well because he took a team that was left for dead, and they were actually exciting.
I know.
To about August when then all of a sudden the steam just went out. You realize, yeah, that is a bad team.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of our teams still aren't very good, but we got some fun stuff to talk about. So I enjoyed it.
I expected. I thought the Tigers would struggle to get to like 60, 65 games.
Whatever, nerd.
Gang, that wasn't you, was it?
No.
Where the hell did that come from?
Oh, okay.
Roberto dropping in?
Roberto just
How about putting your foot in your mouth? That was Roberto. Roberto. So, yeah. So,
Whatever, nerd.
That's so weird.
yeah. And, you know, maybe we talk about this on the show as well, but met up with Mike and, you know, he gave the guys Christmas gifts, you know, part of the crew. So I needed Mike to sign some cards. And, you know, Roberto's out there saying, well, anybody who just gives you money or cash, you're a bunch of losers. Okay. Hey, Paul, here you go. Here's your card. Let me scratch Roberto's name off. And it's now going to Paul Sarah.
To Paul?
It's now going to Paul
Roberto,
Sarah.
it sounds like you have some explaining to do.
I was just trying to sell a topic.
He was trying to sell a topic. That's what he says he's doing.
I'm sitting there like,
Whatever, nerd.
wow. Wow. No, it's here, Paul, Roberto, Scratch, Paul. Right? There you go, Paul.
Roberto's loss is Paul's gain. So,
Right.
all right, well, have fun.
Thanks, man.
Stay safe, everyone. Treat each other with respect. 97.1.
He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's given away up to $7 million in gifts over 7 days on FanDuel. Santa Barkley is back, and Charles Barkley is giving away more than ever this holiday season through FanDuel Sportsbook. New and existing users open the FanDuel Sportsbook app every day between December 21st and December 27th for a new gift from Santa Chuck. Look for the same game parlays, daily odds boosts, whatever you want to do on Christmas Day. Santa Chuck is there for you. There's a number of reasons why you should be betting on FanDuel Sportsbook. It is America's #1 sportsbook app, #1 destination for NBA and NFL betting, safe and easy. And when you win, you're going to get paid in as little as 2 hours. Don't forget to check the FanDuel Sportsbook app every day from December 21st to the 27th to see what Santa Barkley brought you. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. Must be 21 or over and present in Michigan. Void where prohibited. Restrictions and wager requirements apply. See terms at FanDuel.com. Gambling problems, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
I'm Dr. Andrea Russo, a cardiologist. Maybe you're waiting to talk to your doctor right now. But if you're having an irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
From Brenda Lee to John Lennon and more. Your favorite pop icons from the past bring your holiday favorites. Search Pop Classic Christmas on the Odyssey app to listen now. Brought to you by Macy's, Geico, and Coke Zero Sugar. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Lions head coach Dan Campbell with no new updates on the COVID list when he took the podium at noon today. He says they're simply taking the practice field to Allen Park, ready to play down south.
Ready for Atlanta. Obviously, they're kind of in the mold of Tennessee is what they're trying to do, and feel like they're going to give you multiple looks, but also see if you'll mess it up yourselves. They play pretty smart ball, so it's going to be a good one for us.
Those Falcons also have yet to win a home game so far this season. All 6 of their wins have been on the road. The Michigan football team just a few days away from traveling to the Sunshine State to prepare for their playoff game in the Orange Bowl against Georgia. And a report from Dog Nation today stated that 2 Georgia players entering the protocol, including wide receiver George Pickett and their backup quarterback JT Daniels. The NHL making it official that they will not send any players to the Beijing Olympics. The league saying that profound disruption of the league's schedule will make it impossible for players to play in those international games. 45 games have been postponed in the last 9 days. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Millar, Sports 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Jim has been nice enough to join us. Now, you were hosting with Gator. You have a Christmas situation. I want you to just lay this out for our listeners, and then I, with zero sarcasm, I think I have an idea that can fix this. We wanted to do this because he was getting browbeat in the middays, and I was uncomfortable. I thought there was a way out of it.
So describe your gift again.
I just said, 2 dogs.
What you even say to that?
You know what, David? 97
It's football season. I'm sure Buffalo Wild Wings is thrilled.
That was a classic moment right there. As Cookies was telling hitting for his wife. Probably some of Roberto's finer moments. Today, not so much. We'll get to that a little bit later. As Roberto just kept digging and just kept digging.
Shooting myself in the foot.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, we will get to that a little bit later on. We're going to try to get in some Matthew Stafford talk and how this affects the Lions and what you would like if you're a Lions fan. But story breaking in the last hour or so. David, do we know who was the first to report on this?
It was Ross Dellinger, I believe.
Yeah, Texas A&M will not be playing in the Gator Bowl. How many players? 32?
They have 32 scholarship players available, just 13 on defense is what I've read.
Right. So they don't have enough people to play in a bowl game. It was the worst case scenario that we all kept tiptoeing around, whistling past the graveyard, saying, what would happen if this happens? Well, guys, it's kind of happening now. The reason why Texas A&M can't play in this game, they don't have enough players, scholarship players who are out there. Plus, they are still adhering to the CDC guidelines in 10 days. Their bowl game is in 9 days. So it sounds like, I don't know if this is just asymptomatic. They didn't disclose how many, but they're saying they got 13 players to go out on defense, 13 scholarship players who are not affected by this. Now, will the CDC change to say, guys, we're going to upgrade this, or could college football go the way of, NFL and NBA, where if you're vaccinated, you're fully vaccinated, you get a negative test and you're back into the game? Texas A&M has pulled the plug. Gator Bowl, not happening. Now, you're probably thinking, well, who cares? Wake Forest cares, because guess what? Not only does Texas A&M not get any money, neither does Wake Forest, unless they can find an opponent to play in that game 9 days from now. I thought, and I had this thought, and I was listening to Doug and Kane earlier today, and a caller called and said the same thing. Maybe you just get one of the teams that played yesterday. You called up Kent State, called up University of Texas, San Antonio. Call up one of those teams and says, I know you just played last night, but how about you play another game in 9 days? You want to play in the Gator Bowl, we'll let you play. Because they're desperate. They're calling up the 5 and 7 teams right now. Rutgers got the phone call, and Rutgers said no. Think about that. Rutgers said no. We good. I guess they've gone down the list. Interesting. They've gotten to Texas. Texas, would you like to replace Texas A&M? I can see Texas doing it. If you're Texas, you get some extra bowl practices. I mean, you don't get a ton because it's 9 days away, but you also get the money that Texas A&M was supposed to get. That's a little bit of spite. Look, there's some rivalry going on in the state of Texas. You would definitely play the same. Oh, I can go because they can't go. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, and I get their check. I can hold that over their head for a while, even if we lose. But that's where we are right now. Along with the news that this could affect Michigan fans, a second Georgia player has been positive for COVID. I'm assuming it's the Omicron, and it's not like the first one was JT Daniels. Oh, JT JT Daniels, backup QB. But to put the apples to apples comparison, it would be as if JJ McCarthy had. He's the backup guy who everybody wants to see play. And now you also get the receiver in George Pickens, wide receiver who was injured a lot of the year. He is positive.
At the stop sign, use the left lane to make a U-turn, then turn right.
On with the quarterback room, so far they've all tested negative.
At the light, turn right onto Chicago Road,
David,
then turn right onto Davie Street.
Well, I have an answer about that because it just literally came out
turn right
as
onto Davie Street, then the destination is on your right.
USA Today Sports tweeted this out. that the semifinals, if the semifinals,
The
can't be
destination is on your
scheduled,
right.
the team can't play because it's cold.
31650
Here's the
Davie
rule.
Street.
One team is
Arrived.
unavailable to play. The unavailable team